Absolute Bedlam. Absolute Bedlam. Absolute Bedlam. Talking about topics and stuff. Absolute Bedlam. Absolute Bedlam. Absolute Bedlam podcast. Who? What? Where? Why? Good evening and welcome to Absolute Bedlam podcast. It is the 22nd of February 2022, which I've been told by Sam, and I've been told by Radio 2 that this is actually a palindrome. So 2202 2022 backwards is the same. So the more you know, right? And it's also Sam's birthday. So hey. Any excuse to use that. I've got 40 of these just chilling in the car from the anniversary episode that I did on this. So how's it going, guys? You all right?
You look great for 52.
Yeah, good. Yeah. I am 52 actually, so.
Yeah, everything's going pretty well. We've been living our best life. Dropped an EP a couple of weeks ago and doing thousands of interviews a day. So it's great that we're doing this right now because we've got another one in 2 minutes time.
Yeah, but
Imagine that. Complete chaos.
How are you doing?
I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. I'm trying to breathe a bit, to be honest, in this world because this isn't my full-time job. And since I've had Wheatus on, it's just gone nuclear. It's just a lot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's really
so
cool. Yeah.
just trying to keep the gas on, but at the same time, I can't promise everyone that I'll constantly be able to sort of, book mental bands like that from the US all the time. But it's all about consistency, isn't it?
Have you ever done a vocal cover of Teenage Dirtbag by Wheatus?
I actually haven't, but that would be.
I used to know it on guitar when I was like.
I know it.
14.
I know it really. I love that song. It's so.
We'll do it next time, Benji.
There we go.
Yeah.
Fantastic. But yeah, shout out to Brendan from Wheatus. Not that he needs me to shout him out, of course. But yeah, just keeping on to answer your question. Life is good.
Nice.
So, what band are you in? Did you want to introduce yourselves?
What are we called? You have to remind me, John.
So we are Lightwave, and we have been. When was our inception? At the end of October last year. So we're still a little baby band. How long has that been? Like 4 months or something? Just under 4 months, 3 months and a bit.
Yeah.
So pretty new. We're quite a new band, I guess.
So I'm Johnny. I'm the guitarist, and
I am Samantha. I'm the singer. Yes.
Nice. There we go. What kind of sound would you say Lightwave are? Because I've been kind of racking my brains all day trying to think about kind of a hybrid of quite a lot of things at once.
People seem to be a bit confused by our sound. And we've been told like you can't combine the genres apparently that we have kind of combined.
We have to stick to very rigid genres in order to appease the trolls.
So we're kind of I would probably say that we're like pop metal, but like a bit pop punky as well.
Yeah.
We've got quite pop melodies and vocals with the sort of metally riffs with a kind of like pop punk edge. That's what I would say anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough.
Like when we sat down and kind of started the band, my main sort of genre input was just like, let's not concentrate on one genre. Let's just make it like accessible but still heavy, so we appeal to the heavy fans and we appeal to the more kind of poppy fans, and I think we've managed to do that quite well actually.
I think you have. Obviously I saw you go on, sorry.
I was just saying we like to blur the line anyway, like when it comes to genres, and
it's kind of about like doing stuff that we all like enjoy as well, because we all love metal.
I think our band bio says infectious bubblegum metal.
But we want it
That's
to be,
we
want it to be catchy as well,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I saw you at Halloween. Am I right in thinking that was your first ever live gig?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Our first only one at the moment.
Yeah, still
it was
stands.
a sick show though, wasn't it?
It was really good. Thanks for coming.
No worries, it's all good. We got there just as you'd started playing, so I think we missed one or two bands before.
Yeah.
But I don't blow smoke up guest ass when I say that you guys, I couldn't tell that it was your first gig. Obviously, I knew that it was your first gig from Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that. But obviously, I've known Johnny for a while. We've got a bit of history, haven't we, Johnny? Being in bands and stuff. And obviously, I've known Samantha from a while back. And that's kind of my next question, really. But yeah, I think for your first gig, I think you've done very, very well. And I think playing a all-day festival has helped you network quite heavily, I imagine.
Yeah, it was really positive, actually.
Yeah, we got a lot of people come over after, other like musicians and just, you know, fans who were there. Like, was that really your first show? Are you sure? And I was like, yeah, it was. But we've all been in bands before, and we kind of honed ourselves a lot. We had a few practices, didn't we? And yeah, like nothing really went wrong, so that's always positive. And we had a really good time. And yeah, we just want to get back up there now and play some more shows.
Absolutely. Awesome. So let's just quickly park Lightwave just as a band. This is probably one of the most mental questions I'm going to ask in this interview, but I think it's really important because it came to me earlier and I had to answer it myself. What made you initially fall in love with music in any capacity? What made you want to pick up guitar, Johnny, and what made you want to pick up the microphone, Samantha?
Oh,
who's going first?
Fall in love with music. I mean, I've always been surrounded in music. My mum and dad would always have anything from like Guns N' Roses to Simply Red on in the car, and like I've always been surrounded in it. For me personally, it's kind of hard, isn't it? Because sometimes it feels like it's always been a part of you because the memory is that old.
Yeah, I kind of would say that.
Yeah.
For me.
One of my like the earliest memories was probably just because I'm so old, like going into HMV or wherever and picking up like singles on a CD, like they sold singles, didn't they?
Yeah,
and I would pick up like Stacey's Mum and like Smooth Criminal, like the cover by Alien Ant Farm, things like that. And I just slowly got into like that side of music more, and then I introduced my friends to it, and it was just kind of, it just steamrolled, you know. Also listen, like just what's the movie with all the really good songs on it from our days? American Pie. American Pie. Like those sort of movies, just listening to them while I watched it, definitely as a kid when they were probably like, I don't know, 15 rated or something movies.
Oh yeah, but watching them 40 or 15.
My mum and dad didn't care. I think I watched The Exorcist when I was like 6.
Oh my god.
But yeah, just movies like that.
But anyway. I think like for me, honestly, like it was almost like a natural thing. I don't remember not singing, and it's not, honestly, it's like, it might sound a bit silly, but it was almost like a soul thing for me, like a soul calling thing. I felt like I've always got so much like relief from singing, and I started so young that it is true that I don't remember not singing. And it's, I mean, obviously, like I started to hear types of music that got me more into it. But like, you know, my whole family are very creative and stuff, so maybe part of it's to do with that. But just like a soul calling, really, honestly.
I get you. I think the thing that sort of piqued my interest was video games. Tony Hawk's. Just a plethora of like 50 songs, and all of them, like you've got Motorhead, Ace of Spades, you've got CKY.
That way. Oh yeah, I remember CKY.
This huge like array of music, and each one has its own rabbit hole sort of thing. Definitely. I hear what you're saying about it being subconscious in the car though, Johnny. Like you're always around it, but to actually like involve yourself in it consciously, I think there's a point where your brain kind of just goes, right, this is what I want to do now.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Awesome.
I think for me, like, hearing like Sum 41 and Linkin Park and stuff, that was really when I was like, this is like really like, I
Mm.
really like felt something in that music. Like
Yeah.
that I was really drawn to it a lot more than some of the stuff I started to sing to. Yeah.
Fair enough. Awesome. Well done for answering that, because that was a beast. So how did Lightwave form? Because obviously I know that you two have been in various projects in the past, and Lightwave to me kind of came out of nowhere, but I kind of saw
Yeah,
it. You know what I mean?
like yeah.
We tried to keep it relatively under wraps, really. I mean, you was obviously a solo artist for a while after your last like sort of bands years ago.
Yeah, I kind of needed like a break from being in a band. Like I still knew I really wanted to do music, but you know, I sort of started doing like my solo stuff. And then I was ready to find members again. But I didn't just want to do it with strangers. I wanted it to be like people I know, just because for various reasons. I was just a bit too cautious to get involved with people I didn't really know again. Because there's been some difficult times, I guess you could say. I was just, it was difficult after the last band and stuff, because it was everything to me, really.
You don't want to invite like strangers into your
especially
brand.
as you get older as well. Like I think for all of us, we're at a point where like we all know it's what we want to do, and you all want to have a similar vision and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, so obviously I was,
and I've known Johnny obviously for a long time as well,
10 years or so, something like
just,
that.
It kind of fell into place, didn't it, really? Like,
so me and Matthew, the bassist of like Griever at the time, my last band, it got to that point in like summer 2020 where we had a discussion like, let's put Griever to sleep for multiple reasons, but it was time. I achieved a lot in Grieve, and I was quite happy with where we were at, and I didn't want it to sort of filter away. I wanted us to just like, okay, we've just released a load of songs, boom, see you later. And it, like, honestly, instantly, as soon as that door shut, this door flew open, kicked the door open, didn't we? With just right in behind the scenes. We all met up, had like Zoom calls and things like that, sussed out where we wanted to be, what we wanted to sound like, and there was like no let up, really, was there? I mean,
the strange thing is as well is that before Matt, the bassist in our band now, before he was in Griever, he kind of auditioned for me, because I started to look, and then I was like, and I couldn't find the right members for anyone else. Sorry, I think Toby's phone's ringing.
Oh no, it's gone.
It's funny really how it came about, because it was like I found Matt, and then like it didn't really feel right with just other people weren't right, and then I saw that Griever were looking. I was like, you should try out for Griever, and then he joined Griever, and then obviously they split up, and then we kind of all came together, so it was weird, like it was meant to be.
We took like the best of everything and just made a band out of it. That's kind of the way I see it.
Fair enough.
It all came together, so that's good.
Nice. Am I right in thinking that Lightwave formed in some sort of COVID lockdown?
Basically, so were restrictions eased a little bit over that summer?
Yes.
I can't remember, like, it's such a long time ago now. It was like some.
It was a while ago. God, it's crazy how long it's been going on.
It was like 2 households can mingle, something like that.
Yeah.
But, we basically just took that opportunity during lockdown to like just write songs, because it was honestly the best time. Like it was the best time to build a band was during lockdown, when you're sitting on your bum, not doing an awful lot unless you're at work, which a lot of people wasn't at that time. So there was no let up, really.
Shout out to you as well, mate. Like, you work for the NHS and you work for a supermarket, and you're all over the place. I can't keep up with you, mate. You're a dynamo.
I was actually got 2 jobs, also a booking agent, also like the manager of my last band. It was just like one thing after another, but I like being busy. So.
Definitely shows. I saw something on a social media platform, and it was like all of this stuff that you'd been up to, and I was like, Jesus Christ, I thought I was busy. I've got nothing to complain about. So yeah, awesome. Right,
Yeah.
so gig experiences outside of your own. So I want to know what the best gig you have been to as a punter, I suppose, as a sort of guest.
Oh my God.
I definitely know mine.
Do you?
Yeah. Parkway Drive. Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh, what tour circuit?
It was, to be fair, like I've seen them twice. Both times were amazing. Probably the so I saw them for the Aya, that, and you were there actually, I think, at that one. Anyway, the album after that, I forget what it's called. It has like The Void and stuff on it.
Oh yeah.
That tour. It's one of their newer albums. Anyway, they'd like leveled up again. It was incredible.
Was this like Ali Pali or something?
Yes,
with all the fire, and
yes.
he walks through the crowd.
And they walked. It was incredible. Like the show was
sick.
amazing. Like it was absolutely incredible. Yeah, that was probably my best ever so far.
That
anyway.
Was a really good show.
It really was incredible.
When Winston walked through the crowd with like the torches up, and
the pyrotechnics and everything really made it, and the sound was incredible. Everything was great about it.
Yeah,
and they are like a band, so I guess that helps too.
Just trying to find the album name. Did you say it was Divide, or the song name?
The song "The Void" is on there.
Oh, was it
Reverence?
Reverence.
That's
yeah,
it. Sorry,
into my head as well.
Yeah, Reverence. Yeah,
right.
It was that.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing album.
It's really
everyone was like, "Oh, it sounds like Lordi or Judas Priest." I'm like, "There's nothing wrong with that."
It was really good.
Yeah, it had a bit of a sort of classic, polished sort of sound to it.
Yeah.
Amazing. Awesome. Yeah, we love a bit of Winston. I love Parkway Drive's documentary. Just on a side note, they released it on YouTube, and they basically just picked the best surfing spots in Australia and then toured around it. I love that.
Yeah.
It's just fantastic. Anyway, Johnny, what's yours, mate?
I've been thinking.
You've probably
I've been to, like, I obviously grew up in London up until the age of sort of 21, 22, and it was just a regular thing to go to gigs and concerts, like some big ones as well, every single weekend. So I think I must have been to about 800 concerts in my life or something like that. So it's really hard for me. One of the ones that really sticks into my mind, just because that really solidified, like, yes, this is great, this is my atmosphere, these are my people, was I think I was like 15, and my dad and my sister took me to Download Festival, and it was 2005, and System of a Down were headlining, and they were like my favorite band at that time as a teenager. Like, they were the band that taught me drop tunings on guitar and stuff like that. So when I saw them live in that year, that blew me away, and it probably still is like the best time I've ever seen System of a Down, was 2005 at Download, and the atmosphere was just absolutely insane. And for all those reasons, I was just like, this is probably one of my favorite gigs of all time.
Fair enough. The worst gig you've ever been to as a guest? This is always a fun one.
I have to think. Griever. Yeah, probably my own fucking last time.
Worst gig, I don't know. I feel mean, especially if the people
I
listening know me.
I do have one I don't think I can say.
Okay, fair enough. That's fine.
Really, I can't.
I'll put that on the Patreon. No,
maybe if I choose like a famous band that's like really.
I'll tell you later.
Yeah.
No, I love all live music, even if it's like a bad show and you sort of cringe a little bit. Like, it happens to all of us, honestly. And like, I think I do
have a couple.
I do.
Like, there is one I can probably say about, because like I don't think he's gonna know.
Oh.
So like, it was years ago with my band Escape December. I don't even know what it was. It was this like solo artist guy. It was very strange. He had like, I think it was, funnily enough, the Leicester show that we played, the Shed thing that we've been talking about. There was a guy that he basically had like a loop backing track. I better not give too many details, just in case.
Yeah.
God, it was. Anyway, it was this guy. So he had like a bass, and it was like on a stand. Like, he didn't play it normally, it was on a stand, like a bass guitar. And then he had like a little harmonica. And he kind of rapped. and it was terrible, but kind of great as well because it was so dreadful.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it was called anyway. But that was
Oh,
probably,
no.
I guess, worse because it was terrible, but it was entertaining. So.
Yeah.
If it is you and you're listening, make yourself
Yeah.
known to us.
I was gonna say that definitely sounds like Ed Sheeran. I'm gonna put this on YouTube as like Ed Sheeran called out by Lightwave. 20 million views. No, that's cool. Awesome. So individually, I need top 3/5 favorite albums of all time. I think this is a really good insight into your sort of influence and how you write music.
Damn, that's hard.
It is difficult. Yeah.
God. Toxicity by System of a Down has to be up there. Meteora by Linkin Park has to be up there as
that
well.
would have been one of mine actually.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah,
I think
definitely.
most people say Hybrid Theory, but for me, it was always Meteora.
I think either
I
of
don't know.
them. I love both
The
equally.
riffs are so good.
For me, like Sum 41, Fat Lip. Also, actually, Derek Whibley's my main vocal influence. So, just like because I started off in pop punk, but anyway, and also Does This Look Infected by Sum 41.
That's a really good album.
Yeah. Probably Blink 182 a bit for me as well. Evanescence, not the Open Door, the one before that, Fallen.
Fallen.
That's a few of mine. Yeah.
Trying to think of one more. There's just way too many albums.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Those two bands, one of the other first bands, Blink 182 for me, the self-titled album or Take Off Your Pants and Jacket, those two albums actually made me want to learn guitar.
Yeah.
So I feel like even though I don't listen to much now, I would. They probably have to have a mention as well. Take Off Your Pants and Jacket, I remember specifically really buying that album and learning like every song on guitar. So I'm going to say that album.
Is that the album with the nurse with the glove?
That's the one.
That's Enema of the State.
Yeah.
Apparently that woman is very, very rich now.
Yeah, I think she was a porn star.
It's the same.
She was, yeah.
It's the same sort of thing as the baby from Nirvana Nevermind, who then tried to sue Nirvana and said that he was being abused, even though he's recreated the photo shoot like 4 times off his own back. And he's obviously grown up. And the irony of the baby chasing the dollar is just so rich, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so brilliant. Cool, right. Films. Favorite film, either of you?
It's got to be, for me, I just know.
It's got to be a horror.
It's got to be a horror, yeah, but I also have some classics as well.
Okay.
For me, it's either Labyrinth with David Bowie or The Shining, so Stanley Kubrick. I just love both of those movies. They're like peak for me.
Yeah.
They are at the top.
For me, one of my favorites probably The Dark Knight, Batman film with Heath Ledger. I love Lord of the Rings as well, all 3 of them.
Nerd.
And I love Superbad.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so good. Yeah, I have a bit of a laddish sense of humour in some ways, I suppose. So,
silly sense of humour.
Yeah,
that's why you get on with me. I'm not sure what my other one would be. Probably would be something silly as well. Actually, no, I know. Either Clueless. I love my 90s, 80s.
There's so many. Yeah, I do like
stuff.
those. That Clueless is really good as well. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, it might actually just be Clueless. I'm going to say Clueless.
I would have said that.
I want to watch Clueless now.
We were meant to watch.
We'll watch Clueless later.
Yeah.
Awesome. Love the Labyrinth. I can't even talk. I think that's one of the best films ever made. It's my favorite as well. So shout out to Ludo and Ambrosius and all the lads in it. Toby the baby. Yeah, nice. Right, I've got a couple of quick fire questions for you. Are you both happy to talk about video games, by the way? I didn't actually ask pre-recording.
Yeah.
Awesome, cool. Right, so quick fire questions first, and we'll move on to video games, and then we'll get back into Lightwave. So, in your opinion, as both of you or individual, is a Kinder Egg a toy or a chocolate treat with a toy inside?
It's a chocolate
treat
treat
with a toy
inside, yeah.
Do you like the taste of the chocolate is basically what that question is.
It's all right. I mean, it's not great though, is
I
it?
like it.
It'll do.
I could smash a few.
Yeah, I think some people buy the egg just to get to the toy. Do you know what I mean? The chocolate's kind of
I'd probably
surplus
buy
to
it
one.
because I want some chocolate, but I just wouldn't buy one.
Yeah,
I would just
fair
use
enough.
the toy into the nearest recycling bin.
Unless it, like, it'd have to be a last option. You
Yeah.
know, it would do. It would pass.
Yeah.
Baby
Yeah.
Bell or cheese string?
Cheese string.
I don't really do dairy, so I would throw them both into the
I mean,
nearest
I'm
bin.
not fussed about either, but I do like, it's quite satisfying feeling the cheese strings, probably that.
Yeah, I feel
But
that.
in the adverts as a kid, when they like peel the Baby Bell out, that always seemed appealing
They're just
to
a
me.
bit male.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'll give
I
them
don't know.
to
I
you.
don't really like Baby Bells, so.
Mm.
Yeah, I feel the same. Cheese string all the way. If you go camping, do you prefer to go in a tent or a static caravan that doesn't move?
Ooh. I mean, it would be 10 because I have no money, but I would love a caravan one day. That's like my dream, to have a caravan and just, it wouldn't be static. It would
I'd
have
probably
wheels
sit
and
a
petrol.
caravan, yeah.
Yeah, caravan.
Just because I feel like I've been hit by
Yeah.
a truck in the morning
Yeah.
most days.
Yeah.
So.
Living in a city or living in the countryside?
That's really difficult.
Mm.
I love elements of both.
Mm.
I am a city boy, and even though I've moved out of the big city, I would still have to say city over countryside. Countryside's great for breaks, but I also want a Bombay bad boy at 1 a.m. sometimes. So, you know, I'm not going to find that in the middle of the Brecon
No.
Beacon or something.
Yeah, fair enough.
See, I'm probably the other way. Like, I love cities. But I like, even where I live now is too loud. But I love, like, you know, there's a lot to do, especially like London. I love museums and stuff. There's lots to see, so it's good in that way to visit. But I think I'd struggle living in a city.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I feel that. Chocolate or sweets?
Chocolate.
Oh,
I even
so
know what your
hard.
answer is. I asked you that the other day.
I don't know. I might have to say sweets.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweets.
Two more. Bath or shower?
Bath.
Shower.
Oh, bath.
It depends though. So
Yeah.
I always got a tangent. If I'm in pain, a bath's great because I get a lot of muscle pains, just so that everyone can know about that.
A bathing is an experience.
Yeah.
A
I
shower.
find the shower a bit more refreshing though, I think.
Yeah.
And it's just quicker and more convenient. So.
Yeah.
It's time gated, isn't it? Depending on what you can do at that time. This is the most mental question ever in this quickfire. It's not even really a quickfire question. It's just a random one that I thought of the other day. And in the last episode, it seemed to go down quite well. If you had to go to prison, but you got paid £10,000 a day, how long would you think you could survive in prison? Bearing in mind, this is like a maximum security prison. £10,000 a day, how long do you think you would do it?
I wouldn't do it.
I mean,
at 10 grand, I wouldn't do it for 10 grand a day.
I grew up in Bermondsey in southeast London, so I'm
Maybe
pretty
Johnny's
sure.
more cut out for it.
I'm pretty sure I could survive a few beatings from the inmates, and yeah, I could do it for a little while. It's fine.
So I reckon I could do a month, and then I'd get
Wow.
300,000.
Yeah,
Obviously,
that sounds
tax and
good. I'll
stuff.
do it. Yeah. We'll share a bunk or something. We'll do it.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I reckon if I keep asking that, I'll get some mental responses of like people reckon that they can stay in there for a year, do you know what I mean, and come out with like a load of money and all that sort of stuff. Minor inconveniences, and then we'll go back onto Lightwave if that's all right. So is there anything currently on your mind, either of you, that annoys the hell out of you, but it's proper like first world problem? I've got one if you want me to start.
I hate slow walkers. Anyone around me slow walking, it just drives me insane. And they could be like, they could have a legitimate reason why they're slow, and I'm still annoyed. And I have to like walk past half or something. Samantha does it all the time. She's bloody slow. Oh, you're fine. Slow walkers.
I'm trying to think about. You can go next, Ben, because
Yeah. So I've just realised I haven't actually got one. I've got the one from last week, so I won't repeat that. But I did think of one just now, which is currently I'm driving a van around Dorset as part of a construction company. And the dashboard on one of the vans that I drove earlier, the fuel indicator stopped working. So I literally didn't know if I was going to run out of fuel or not on the way to Bournemouth. So I would consider that to be probably a major inconvenience rather than a minor inconvenience. But luckily I'd been to the petrol station before I drove to Bournemouth because I've kind of felt a bit more secure, but you just don't expect stuff like that to happen, do you? So it's proper like...
As a pedestrian, I don't know what that feels like.
Yeah.
See, say slow walkers, I'd probably say slow drivers. I find pretty infuriating.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, that is annoying. That would probably be one of mine.
Driving's a real hotbed for just people not indicating, etc., isn't it?
Like coming out and like someone pulled out in front of me yesterday, like, and I was like right there, like I had to slam on my brakes. That's annoying. Like oblivious drivers, probably. You know, it's just annoying.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially when it's something simple, like you could see that I'm right there, you know. Or...
Yeah. I don't know what goes through people's heads when they don't indicate. It's like it's a physical. It's literally that. Like, I don't understand why that's such a massive ask from people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, there we go. Anyway, let's get a bit more positive. So, what else have I got? I have a couple of Lightwave centric questions. If you could describe Lightwave in one sentence, what would you say as your sort of subject headline?
Lightwave sentence. What should we say?
Like in regards to like what the music's about, or like
like kind of on your Facebook page, for example, you know, UK based blah mixing, you know, music of this band and this band, for example, for fans of.
Oh right, okay.
For fans of Avril Lavigne haters / lovers / gaslighters /
like, you know,
we get a lot of those comments, but we just like eat them up, really, don't we? It's fine.
Well, you know, I actually wasn't going to speak about this, but it's fine. Like, I suppose when you've had it for 20 years, it's just like you get used to it, you know. So
yeah, I get told I look like Brad Pitt all the time. It just never gets old, you know.
Nice.
I'm not lying. I don't know. I would say infectious, bubblegum, metal, catered for everyone.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think like fans of. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess like Avril Lavigne is kind of an obvious one. Like, in a way, but I do feel personally our music is very different to hers. I think people see me in the resemblance and are like, well, she looks like her, and then they kind of. I think they see more than what's actually there. Like, I think our music is quite.
I think it's just dumb people getting triggered because someone in the band.
They'll just like start like then looking
similarities
for things,
to someone else.
You know? Like, even though like I think the music is very different.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, literally.
Very different. And I don't personally think I sound like her either. But anyway, obviously everyone's got their own opinion. So, but yeah, I suppose like Avril Lavigne, even A Day to Remember, like it's kind of got that like heavy pop punk side. But then like. There's so many bands you could chuck in there. Like even some of the riffs we've done a bit sort of issuesy, like Revive and stuff's got that kind of feel.
She's going off topic again.
That's all right.
Yeah, I do tend to waffle. Sorry.
That's what it's all about. That's all right.
Yeah.
So, okay, so Samantha, how do you find being the female front man / front woman? Because there's not many opportunities from what I've seen from your live experiences of, I think your bassist does some backup vocals, doesn't he? Do you do some as well, Johnny?
Just really, isn't it?
No, I would make people cry if I tried.
Yeah, Matt's got voice actually.
Yeah,
he's good at like doing harmonies and.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
Nice. And Johnny, how do you get on being the only guitarist, because you've always been around other guitarists in the past, haven't you?
Yeah. I mean, during the last, like, I don't know, 2 years of Griever, I was the only guitarist, and I actually really like the dynamic of a 4-piece. So I'm keen to be the only guitarist, and obviously we've got little lead lines and stuff on backing track, and
Yeah,
the backing track
that
always
does help.
sounds
Actually, it
great.
takes a bit of pressure off.
Yeah,
It's like
absolutely.
backing vocals as well.
I think it's great. I love the dynamic of the
Mm.
4-piece, and everything's just so much more mobile
I think it is just easier having less people.
and easy to orchestrate.
You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
love it. Love it.
Fair enough. Cool. Last question from the Lightwave perspective is, who would you guys love to go on tour with? Anyone in the world.
So you'd probably say like heavy bands, whereas I'd say like quite light
yeah.
bands.
I suppose it depends how you look at it. Like,
For me,
yeah, you go first, Jon.
like it would probably be Spirit Box or Churches. Like those two bands are like the heaviest we will ever sound, and also like the lightest we'll probably ever sound, and they're literally like two big influences for me right now. So either Spirit Box or Churches, I would say.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, you've got to think about what we'd fit in with as well. If it's just purely going off of a band I love and would love to tour with, it'd probably be
Spice Girls.
Sum 41,
Oh.
Parkway Drive, you know, probably one of them.
Yeah.
They're like, I'd love to have toured with Linkin Park, but I was sad about Chester, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really sad. Yeah, probably, yeah. Just love to tour with one of my favourite bands. I'll be wicked.
And any of the above will be fine.
Yeah.
Anybody. Don't care.
Awesome. Favorite video games. And a follow-up question to that is, what is your first childhood memory of a video game?
First childhood memory would be basically kicking my sister out of her own bedroom to play on her Atari. And God, there were so many like old games. I remember like Gods was one of the games. Do you remember, was it called like Lemons, when you had to make the lemons do little things? That was one of my first memories. So yeah, that I was an annoying little shit when I was little, so I'd tell my sister to get out of her room so I could go on her computer to play games.
Yeah.
I think, God, one of my first ones. I remember getting my first PlayStation, and playing Tomb Raider: The Last Revelation on it, and I had like
That's
one
the
of
fourth
those.
one, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, my telly was like smaller than the smallest telly. It was like a caravan telly, like a really tiny one. And I remember that, and I didn't know when they said you need to press action. I didn't know what that was, and it took me hours to work out that it was X.
Lara Croft just like an ant on the screen.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was tiny. Yeah.
Best game though.
Yeah,
Dark
go on.
Souls.
Yeah.
Dark Souls. There's just no competition. And Elden Ring comes out in 2 days, everyone. So buy Dark Cycles and then, you know, think about also buying Elden Ring.
Well, I love Tomb Raider overall, probably because I started playing it young. But like the new ones, the two newest ones actually, I love both of them.
They're really good.
They're really good, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Probably some of the first games I've actually completed because I just get fed up. Because the old ones were really hard. These were like a bit easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So will Elden Ring, Johnny, will that bring about a hiatus for Lightwave for a couple of months and you're going to lock yourself in your room?
I've already told everyone, just don't speak to me ever again unless it's Elden Ring related. So yeah, until further notice, only speak to me if it's about anything Elden Ring or FromSoft related.
So if I message you saying, "Hi mate, the podcast is up, can you please share it?" You'll be like, "Fuck off." Busy. Brilliant. Awesome. Right, what else have I got here? So plans for the future. What does the future for Lightwave look like in say 12 months?
Oh, well, we've
famous worldwide Wembley. That would be good though, wouldn't it?
Worldwide tour with Sugar Babes.
Well, I mean, you know, yeah, why not?
And Bewitched.
Oh God, yeah, Bewitched.
Class.
Anyway, yeah.
We've been chatting a lot over the last few days, and also today before this interview about upcoming plans. So we may already have some new music that we've written, even though our EP came out 2 weeks ago. So that's fun. we may have been writing it just before this interview. So that's cool. We have a possible or 2 possible tours in the works for the end part of the year, just after summer. And yeah, we've got some cool shows coming up. We're doing some shows with are they Southern based or London based defences? They're kind of South UK,
I think
aren't they?
like some of them are from London.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah.
So shout out to Defences. We've got some shows coming up with them in May. We were supposed to tour with them this month, but it got postponed because of COVID restrictions. So that kind of sucked because it would have been cool to tour the EP when it's fresh, but it's cool. We're playing at Camden Underworld in July at Amplified Festival, which is like my favourite venue. It's like my childhood venue. So that's great. Love that place. And yeah, do we have some other shows? I guess we've got ones in the works but aren't announced yet, so we can't talk about them.
Yeah, I think you've covered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're here primarily to promote your EP. What's it called? Is it Dark Cycles?
Yes.
My girlfriend loves the lunar phases of everything. She's all about that sort of stuff. She's really into her crystals and stuff at the moment.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, we'll have to buy some merch at some point.
Yeah, that was a big sort of concept for us, wasn't it? Because especially you, but we're both into the whole, like partly astronomy, partly kind of star science.
Yeah,
partly...
it does have some like spiritual aspects to it. The EP. Yeah.
And it kind of, we wanted to sort of take the background of like spirituality and the lunar kind of cycles with like the solar system in space and link that to the kind of cycles we go through in life as we sort of learn and purge as we go along, and it's that whole cycle of renewal. So there's a lot of links there between spirituality and sort of individuality, and I think it came across really well actually in all the lyrics. So if some people picked up on that, then
that'll be interesting if people did.
Yeah, some people might just be like, oh, this is sick.
I mean, obviously, some people
shit.
just think it's mental, don't they, that kind of thing. So but yeah, it does have that kind of element to it.
Yeah, so you noticed, Benji. Well done.
Yeah, that's cool that you noticed.
Try my best to do some research. What was I going to ask? Where can we hear that EP and where can we buy it? Let's promote it now.
It's across all digital platforms, isn't it? And we've also got physical copies as well. We'll have them with us at shows, obviously. I think you can buy them on our.
Yeah, we've got our online store.
Our online store.
Big Cartel.
Yeah, you can. There's like a link on our Instagram and stuff to there.
Yeah,
which is pretty easy to do.
We ship worldwide. We've already shipped some to Japan. 4 continents. Wow. Yeah, Japan.
Yeah, Shop in Japan bought a little bunch of them, didn't they?
Yeah, that's really cool actually. So 3 days or something after the EP came out, a dude who owns his own independent music store in Osaka, Japan, hit us up and said, can I like bulk buy your CD like in physical so I can sell it? And we were like, okay.
Yeah, like that.
Why not?
That was cool, definitely.
And since then, more people have bought our stuff in Japan, which is crazy for a band.
It's crazy, like that. It's already got spread across the world a bit.
Even in Griever, we were selling merch internationally for like a couple of years.
Same like my last band. We've definitely moved along quite quickly, which is really good.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Just checked you out on Spotify and you're just over 2,000 monthly listeners, so you're obviously doing something right. So hopefully that number will continue to grow and the word will continue to spread, and stuff like this will obviously help that. So awesome. What was I going to say? There was something else I was going to say before the last question. I can't remember what it was. Doesn't matter, obviously. Right, so the question of all questions is the only reason this podcast exists. Tesco meal deals. So what is your go-to meal deal from any supermarket? It doesn't have to be Tesco, but I am trying to get them to sponsor this, obviously, because I like money.
Yeah.
Lately, well, it kind of is always a Tesco meal deal for me because it's just on my doorstep. So I've been like veggie for a little while now, and I didn't eat much meat before then anyway. I tried not to anyway. So the plant food wrap range.
I bet it's the hoisin duck one.
It's the hoisin, yeah, but I also tried the veggie curry one,
Oh,
and it's
okay.
great. So yeah, plant hoisin duck or the plant veggie curry at Tesco is banging.
Okay.
Yeah, for the main, you know.
Yeah.
It's always got to be coupled with some crisps and, you know, a nice Capella apple juice.
Yeah, I love Capella apple juice. Yeah.
Nice.
What about you?
So if it's got to be Tesco, then I do like the chicken Caesar wrap a lot. That's very nice.
Sure. So is our drummer, Talvin.
Yeah, and I like Thai sweet chili crisps.
Oh.
Sensations. And a bottle of water. And boring, but like, yeah.
Healthy, health conscious.
Yeah, well, yeah, or a can of Coke occasionally, you know.
Then a bottle of vodka for dessert.
Nice. Just looking at your Facebook thing, did you have an announcement recently? Was it Down for Life promotions, or have I just
So
completely
that's our
lost the plot?
management.
Yeah.
Yeah, our management's Down for Life. So manages our Hollow Our Home, City is Ours, Chogaboom,
Glass Heart,
Glass Heart.
Fences.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
know some of those guys in those bands for like years now, especially like Glass Heart. I've known them since
They're really nice
Silence
guys,
before,
yeah.
and it's a really nice little family of bands.
It is, yeah. That like everyone I've met, it's just been really nice, and I've met quite a lot of the bands now. Yeah.
Nice. I've got Defences on April 4th.
Cool.
And I think I've got a plan to do an episode with the City is Ours, but they're just flat out. And I'm flat out as well. I'm actually booked up from this until September now. So it's just not happening, but I will get them on at some point, because I know that Mikey and Toby did a podcast a while back, didn't they? And
oh yeah.
So yeah, awesome. Right, well, that is pretty much it. Is there anything you want to ask me, or is there anything that you want to give a shout out to or promote?
I guess shout out to our manager and
my fiance.
Your better half, would you say?
What?
What?
No.
How dare you?
My God.
Yeah, shout out to Toby.
Yeah, he's been
there since
incredible.
day one.
Yeah, I mean, especially for me personally, like, I don't know how I would have like really got back on this without him. You know, yeah, like I don't even know where to start. He's just been really helpful. He really believes in me and our band, and he's just yeah, it's just been amazing.
The backbone.
Really. Yeah.
Shout out to Matt and Talvin, our bassist and drummer, wherever they are right now. Not here. No, they're busy.
Yeah.
And I guess, yeah, shout out to Down for Life for having us on their management roster, and just to everyone who's checked out Dark Cycles, any of the singles, shown us some love, bought a CD, anything. It all goes such a long way for such a new band in the scene, in an ocean of other bands. So
yeah,
the love we've got already is crazy.
It has been incredible. We're very lucky.
Yeah,
it's not something we'd ever take for granted, you know.
And thank you for including us in your podcast.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
No worries. It's always good to see emerging talent. I try and keep myself as meerkatty as possible with what's going on in the insane schedule that I've somehow managed to get myself into. But yeah, I'm always up for promoting local people, and hopefully we'll keep seeing Lightwave hitting all of these crazy milestones that I know that you're capable of. And obviously I've seen Johnny do it in Griever, where they were doing did you do an EU tour? Is that right?
I think I booked the EU tour.
Yeah. Mate, you're next level. I thought that I worked hard in a band, but you two just, incredible.
His work.
Yeah, that's it. Just quickly for the YouTube people and potentially for the Spotify and audio people, I'm no longer with Grind Fitness Clothing. I'm with Optimus U. If you want to check them out, it's optimusu.co.uk, and it's Bedlam 10 for 10% off your entire order. That's pretty much it from me. So thank you very, very much for bearing with me and giving me 56 minutes of your time. Yeah, fantastic. Keep it Bedlam, and I'll speak to you in a sec.
All right.
See you later, Benji.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Bye. Absolute Bedlam.
Archie Soul, as always, hooking me up with the beard wash from Duke Cannon. It's got a hint of oak barrel and Buffalo Trace Kentucky Straight Bourbon whiskey. I know that's backwards, I'm sorry. Got some more Duke Cannon here. Same again, Buffalo Trace. This is a bar of soap, as I've mentioned numerous times now in guest episodes. That's a big boy. Bedlam 2022, once again, will get you 20% off everything on archiesoul.com. And for Christmas, I was very kindly given a £25 bottle of Anthony Sea Kelp Scrub, which is absolutely awesome, and I love it. So that's Archie Soul, www.archiesoul.com. And finally, we have Made Sure, as always. I love fragrances. If anyone knows me in real life, I love candles, I love scents, I love walking into a house and smelling like gingerbread or lemon and lime or strawberries. And I don't think that that's necessarily something that's appreciated by men. And I think it should be, because there's nothing wrong with it. It's always seen as very girly. However, I think that we should normalize it for men. So Made Sure, madesure.pigcartel.com. Bedlam 20, not Bedlam 2022, for 20% off your order. We've got wax melts to suit every emotion, every feeling. We've got Jamaican Me Crazy. This one, you can smell it through the wrapper. It is amazing. It's a really left field scent. It's quite a tropical, fruity smell. We've got lemon and lime. If the camera wants to focus, that would be fantastic. Lemon and lime. There we go. Smell that one as well. They're really powerful, but they're really like sort of punchy, and they are meant to be sort of chunked and sort of separated. You're not meant to put the whole thing in your burner. So yeah, there we go. Pink Flamingo as well is the last one I've got to hand. And we've got Avabath here. Avabath. So yeah, just mind-blowing. Everyone that I've ever sent any Made Sure stuff to has absolutely loved it. And I think that 2022 could be their year. Hopefully going to look at doing some events and some fairs when COVID finally jogs on. But yeah, I'm really, really proud of Hannah for making just these amazing snap bars, wax melts. We're looking potentially at getting burner kits, but that's a little bit way down the road. A lot of people say, you know, how do you use them? And it would be good to do like an all assembled thing. I think Hannah's looking at doing some spring scents soon. And then we'll look into doing it as a seasonal thing, you know, spring, summer, autumn, winter, Halloween, Christmas, that sort of stuff in the middle. But yeah, I absolutely love all my sponsors. I use all of the stuff myself, and I just try and be as genuine as possible with it, really. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you are watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe. I'm nearly at 30 subscribers, I think, and I'd like to get to 50 by the end of February if possible. I don't think that's an unachievable task. But yeah, thanks as always for listening, watching, and I hope that the guests that I've just had on has been interesting. So I will speak to you all very, very soon. Keep it Bedlam, and please support the show by supporting my sponsors. Cheers, guys.
Absolute Bedlam podcast. Who? What? Where? Why?